Now it is my great privilege to introduce our alumni speaker, Mr. Ed Rapp. Mr. Rapp is a group president and CFO of Caterpillar Inc. in Peoria, Illinois. For more than 85 years, Caterpillar Inc. has been making sustainable progress possible and driving positive change on every continent. Caterpillar Inc. is a technology leader serving a wide range of industries, including general and heavy construction, mining, forestry, energy, and electrical power generation. Ed has responsibility for the Financial Products Division, Building and Construction Products Division, Legal Services Division, Global Finance and Strategic Support Division, and Systems and Processes Division. He's a member of the Board of Directors of FM Global and Junior Achievement USA. But most importantly, Ed received his BS degree in finance from MU in 1979. I'm also very pleased to say that Mr. Rapp is a member of our college's national advisory group, the Strategic Development Board, to which he provides very keen insights and a lot of his time for the betterment of the entire college, and we're very grateful for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ed Rapp.
No, thank you, Dean Gable, great faculty, parents, and of course, the most important part, the graduating class of 2011. You know, when I went to school here, I always dreamed of playing at Hearns. I just never figured out it quite happened like this. And I'll admit, when I got the call about doing this, I was both humbled and honored. But I have to admit that upon doing some research, I actually became quite concerned. I surveyed about 20 colleagues, and I asked them a very simple question. Think back to your commencement speaker, and what was it that he said that really stayed with you throughout your career? And the results of the survey were unanimous. Not one of them remembered who their commencement speaker was. I guess you could say that's my challenge. However, perhaps your challenges are even greater. You know, I just flew in from Washington, D.C. last night, and if you read the papers, you hear about things like high unemployment, budget deficits that the next generation is going to have to pay for, and even the debate about the lack of U.S. competitiveness, and if left unchecked, over the long haul will lead to a lower standard of living. Yes, these are challenging times, but the thing that I'd remind you is you're not the first group of college graduates that has gone through tough times. And I am absolutely convinced that your generation will do like those that have gone before you. Now, keep in mind the future is not inherited, it is created. And based on the association I've had with a number of you in my time in this university, I'm absolutely convinced you will create a great future. But I guess you could say that's your challenge. A day like today is a trigger point, a time in your life when things dramatically change. Often when people experience trigger points, it causes them to reflect. And it did that for me as I was preparing for today's event. It seems like yesterday that I was sitting exactly where you sit today. You know, Pilot Grove, Missouri, just down Interstate 70. I graduated from a class of 30 kids and showed up here with a balance of excitement and fear. And just 4 short years later, a recruiter from Caterpillar came on campus, and I asked him the question. And I said, is it really possible at a global company like CAT to see and experience the world? And I've never forgotten what he said. Young man, Caterpillar is a company that if you work hard and apply yourself, you can see the world and get paid to do it. And that's exactly what I've been doing for the last 32 years. But today's not about me. It's about you. And while I'm sure you have a lot of people giving you professional advice as you head off into the workforce, What I wanted to leave you with today are three simple concepts that I would consider more as personal advice. Consider the title of this talk, No Regrets. So point number one is thanks. If you're like me, you did not get here today on your own. You had people that encouraged you and supported you along the way. I would strongly recommend that you reach out to them and let these special people know how much they mean to you. Now, I'm not talking about a casual thank you, a text or a Twitter, okay? I'm talking about take the time, put it down in writing, heartfelt thank you. For me, it was my parents who provided me the opportunity to attend Mizzou, and a second grade summer school teacher who changed my view on learning. Now, it took me a few years to get around to it, but in both cases, I put it down in writing how much I appreciated what they had done for me. For my parents, it was an emotional event. I think they always knew how much I appreciated what they had done for me, but there was something different in seeing it in writing. And for the summer school teacher, I think she was a bit surprised because it took me 45 years to get around to writing the letter. But trust me, if you do this, you will not only touch the people that have played such a role in getting to where you are today, it will touch you as well. There's a great song by an artist named John Mayer, and the song is entitled Say. And the main line is, say what you mean to say. And if you do this, you will have no regrets about thanking those who helped get you to this point today. Point number two, passion. As I tell my own kids, find something you have a passion for, figure out a way to turn it into a job, or you will work the rest of your life. Now, you may not find the passion in your first job. When I went to Caterpillar, I started off pricing individual piece parts. Now, not the most exciting thing I've ever done, but I knew I wanted to work at a global company, and I knew I wanted to live and work around the world. And if it meant I had to go through parts pricing, I was just going to be the best parts pricer they ever had. Today, I don't have to go to work. I get to go to work. At Caterpillar, we help our customers build global infrastructure, which leads to a higher standard of living. And as we like to say at CAT, the road to progress begins with a road, period. I would highly recommend you find a similar passion. And if you have to make a decision between passion and money, I would suggest you follow your passion, because when you love what you do, good things just seem to follow. Think of the people that you consider the most successful in whatever measure you want, and I think you'll go back to the root of it, is they're doing what they love to do. 30 years from now, you will regret more what you did not do in life than what you did. So, follow your passion, have no regrets. Last point, strike the balance. As you head into the workforce, I'm telling you, it is both exciting and challenging. And the tendency can be consumed by it as you go about your work life. But life is not just about work. And if you don't plan your personal life with the same rigor and discipline that you do your professional life, your personal life will suffer. Now, make no mistake about it, I stand before you today because what I've achieved at Caterpillar. But as I look at those accomplishments, trust me, they pale in comparison to the pride I take in what my wife Ann and I have achieved on the personal side of our lives. 28 years of marriage, 3 kids that absolutely mean the world to me, and great relationships with extended family and friends. Because at the end of the day, those are the treasures of life. Trust me, if you solely pursue your professional side, your work, and you sacrifice everything and everyone else, you may achieve a lot, but you'll get to the end, and it will be a shallow victory. So, strike the balance and have no regrets. In closing, as I said in the beginning, no one remembers their commencement speaker. But trust me, this is a day that I will never forget. You know, the old saying is, you only go through life once. And if you do it right, once is enough. My challenge to you is do it once, do it right, and do it with no regrets. Reach out to those people who've helped you get here and give them a special thanks. Absolutely follow your passion. It will take you in some great places. And as you continue on your journey in life, strike the balance. And as you leave this great institution, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter how important you may think you are, you never forget, and I mean never forget, where you come from. I proudly hail from Pilot Grove, Missouri, and I am a Mizzou Tiger. Thank you.